CT.com, call us at 860-889-7381, or stop by any of our branch locations today. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank with offices in Norwich, Jewett City, and Plainfield. Member FDIC. Do you, Kasasa?
Hi, I'm Harry, the Tooth Fairy. Or at least I used to be the Tooth Fairy. Business was great. Then people started discovering Griswold Dental. Dr. Norman Katzoff and his staff can do things to help you keep your teeth longer. It's enough to make an old Tooth Fairy cry. Griswold Dental can do all the work in-house. Imagine a new crown in 2 hours. They even know how to make dental anxiety go away. They even have a laser that can help with your gums. Griswold Dental will make you want to smile again. They can restore, clean, and help prevent all those problems that keep me in business. Dr. Katzoff and his staff will make you feel like family. They're friendly and you'll be comfortable. Contact Griswold Dental today and set up an appointment. 860-376-2624. 860-376-2624. Griswold Dental, 87 Slater Avenue, Jewett City. Tell them the Tooth Fairy sent you.
I will be right by your side. Women can have it all, including heart attacks. But symptoms like jaw pain, nausea, unusual fatigue, dizziness, and backache are often different and more subtle than for a man. The fact is, heart disease is the #1 killer of women. Know the signs. Learn more at getheartchecked.org. From Women's Heart Alliance in partnership with Women Heart.
Your community radio.
Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning and 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Like they always say things that aren't stupid usually. And when they are stupid, it's funny.
It's Friday, Paul. So somewhat your favorite day of the week.
Thank God it's Friday. Every day is Friday. Every day.
Come on, Chris, sing it again.
Thank God it's Friday.
Paul, everybody go.
Friday.
Friday. All right.
You sound like one of the Bee Gees.
Oh, look at
I can get up there.
I know you can, man.
And everybody has left the stream.
Either that or you're wearing tight underwear.
Yeah.
I always wear tight underwear. Makes me feel more secure.
Look at that. As soon as we started singing Friday,
everybody took off.
Everybody left.
That's because they realized it's Friday and they're going to go out and play.
Yeah. Either that or I'm not going to listen to this crap. So you ready for the weekend, Paul?
I'm ready.
You going to do anything extravagant?
Not a thing.
No. How about you, Chris?
Every day is the weekend for me, Mike.
Yeah. Well, you guys are on Retiree Row over there.
That's right.
Chris and Paul on Retiree Row.
That's right. You'll get there someday.
I hope.
Mike wants to sit on this side of the table. We're kind of like the big boys table.
I know it well.
Yeah. That'll never happen. You want to know why? Because nobody wants to sit over here.
Ah, that's why we're retired.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we had Court Kinney yesterday. He was here.
Yeah, he was good. It was good here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're done.
I'm done. All right, I'm out of here. Goodbye. Bye.
Yeah. So
yeah,
he came in. It was a nice conversation.
Yeah, it was good. Absolutely. Hope he comes back.
I do too. I do too. Yeah. And I told him that.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah. So Monday, just a program note. We have Ryan Hargraves coming in.
Eagle Eye.
From Eagle Eye LLC. And he's going to go ahead and talk about drones.
Right.
You know, he has his own drone flying business.
Yep.
He also handles all of the drones and equipment for the volunteer fire department in Voluntown.
He's going to be droning on about drones.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what he's going to do is he's going to go ahead and talk about, you know, the legalities of what you can do as far as flying them, what you can't do, and how to go ahead and go about it legal, because a lot of people are buying drones, whether it's just for recreational, mostly I would think for recreational use, just to play.
Right.
Kind of like a remote control car kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But so we'll see what happens.
I tell you what, just from some of the footage that he shot for us in the past, he's got a great eye.
Yeah.
He really does.
That's why they call them Eagle.
That's
Eagle
right.
Eye. Eagle Eye. So he'll be here on Monday.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's that. So have a great day. See you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Let me ask you something, Mike.
Yeah.
What are you going to be doing for the next 9 years?
Not bringing any kind of THC oil to Russia. That's for sure.
Why not? You can always say that you didn't mean to, that it just somehow fell into your luggage, and I'm not a bad person.
So Brittany Griner got 9 years.
Yeah.
Some are saying you 9.5.
I thought I saw 9.5. That was the notice I got, 9.5.
Okay.
One station was saying 9, one station 9.5.
I'm going to go 9 and
whatever it is, she's
Somewhere in
not
the
going to
middle.
serve 9.5. She's probably going to serve 3 months. I still say she's home by October.
Do you think that really the sentencing was really just part of the process?
It is part
Oh,
of the
absolutely.
process.
No. As far
I get it.
as
Yeah.
swapping her back home.
Well,
Of
she's got to
course.
be a prisoner before we can do a prisoner exchange.
Right.
Yeah.
So the real question is, what do you think to me is, well, Paul, why don't you talk about what happened last night?
Okay. We went to the Sun game last night, and before the game, because the Phoenix Mercury were in town, which the team that she plays for, they went to center court and did 42 seconds of silence for Griner, because that's her number, 42. And while the silence was going on, people were yelling out, around the arena, let her go, or free her up, or whatever the hell they were saying. And they were making people stand for it, but and
Making people or asking people?
Well, they asked people
There's a
to
difference
stand.
these days.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people stood out of courtesy. However, there's still a lot of people in that stadium that still sit with the national anthem.
Right.
All right. They can't get up for the national anthem, but they stood up for 42 seconds. Okay, so
That was at Mohegan Sun last night.
yeah, and I saw last night, and it kind of ticks you off. And like I said, and we all know the whole reason a lot of people are against her because of her anti-American tactics. Because she just doesn't like, she doesn't like standing for flag. She didn't want the national anthem play. And that's the point why people are having a hard problem seeing her get out. As a person, yeah, let her out. What the hell is a small crime? It was only pot, for Christ's sakes. But that's the key. If she comes back, and she certainly becomes anti-American again, I think a lot of people are going to be very, very disappointed if that's what she does.
Phoenix Mercury seats are going to be even fewer.
Yeah. So hopefully, if she comes back and she appreciates what this country has done for her, because they could let her sit there and rot. But I honestly believe she will be out in 6 months. By October, I swear she's going to be out. Because we all know all this crap that's going on is all political. It's a political football. That's what it is. Everything we do around here to make themselves look good, it's going to be political. We don't know what's being said behind the scenes. There's probably conversations already going on.
Well, that's why when we were talking about it before we went on the air,
yeah,
was is this just part of the process as before they flip her back here
sure, it's part of the
for
process.
Somebody else?
Yeah, but and the other
Exactly.
thing too, the entire NBA and WNBA sports world, they're the ones that are water free. She did commit a freaking crime. Let's face it.
Yeah.
Maybe not to the extent of the crime in this country, but in other countries, there's crimes. So,
well, different crimes in different countries hold different
I
standards.
mean, try taking pot across to Canada. See what you get.
Try doing a gay
Same
rights
thing.
march in Russia.
Yeah.
See how well that goes over.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I don't know how other people feel, but.
What do you think? Like, for example, do you think that 9 years?
It's pretty stiff.
Okay, is it stiff by American standards, or is it pretty stiff due to Russian standards?
Well,
or is it average?
I guess the Russian standards, it's 10 years. But I don't know what it is in this country, but I'm sure there are a lot of people in this country that are in jail for trafficking pot the same way, and they're not getting out. They're staying in jail. So what do we do with those people?
Yeah, but you're talking about people that were trafficking pot that had much more than a vial of THC oil. You know what I mean?
Was it? I don't know. We don't know all the cases.
No, we don't.
We don't.
But let's say that it was. They're not talking that she had a huge amount. That has never been part of the discussion.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, think about it. I mean, whatever it was, she had to fit it in a suitcase or a carry-on bag.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah, they were caught with it in their car, caught with something.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a bale of it in their trunk.
yeah, it's not like it was a hay bale or something.
Yeah, not like Cheech and Chong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
but you see what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so depending on what she got, I mean, if that was done here, the whole thing would be over. She would never have even set foot in a jail.
Well,
here
she probably would have got fined or something.
But you also have
given her a ticket.
Yeah.
Even because who knows, maybe it wasn't even enough per.
But keep in mind,
it's decriminalized.
Keep in mind.
But go ahead.
The federal government, pot is illegal. It's not legal as far as the federal government goes.
Right, state.
The individual states made it legal. So, you know. But we'll see. I she'll be home. I think she probably should spend a little time there just to realize, you know, that she did something wrong. Now, is she going to be taking a sledgehammer and breaking rocks? I don't think so. You know, she's probably going to be doing some stuff, whatever they do. She's not going to have a hard life, I don't think.
She's going to play for the women's Olympic basketball team from Russia.
But you know, here's the other thing that I was reading some articles on. This whole Russian thing with the sports is going to have a big impact on sports around the world. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Russia's already been banned from a number of sports activities happening, you know, to compete. So a lot of sports people, a lot of people that participate in sports are going to think twice about, am I going to go to that country and play sports? I mean, think about it. It's going to have a big impact as far as the sporting world goes.
Yeah, but what about people like Brittany Griner that has traveled to Russia many times over, whether it was for, you know, some sort of international, you know, display, goodwill, Olympic trials, WNBA.
Yeah.
She's been there many times before.
Not only her, there's been a lot of other ones. How do you think Sue Bird and Taurasi made their money?
Not here.
Russia.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the story between those two, they played in Russia for some guy who apparently was part of the mafia or whatever. They made millions of dollars. And then they stopped.
An oligarch?
They stopped going to Russia because somebody killed a guy. They got somebody bumped them off.
There goes my paycheck.
So, you know, but I just hope that when she comes back here, she's a little bit more pro-American than anti-American.
But my thing is with all the times that she's been there, didn't she know the law?
Oh, I'm sure.
Sure, she did.
All right, so she knew the law. So she knew the law.
She should have known better.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was giving her the benefit of the doubt, because I honestly thought that maybe they planted it on her. I really did. But then when she started to come out and say, yeah, I had it in my case. And then again, further, she started to come out with this medical marijuana card that she had. So what does that tell you? I mean, when did we hear about this medical marijuana card earlier?
It's irrelevant.
Yeah, but I'm just saying she knew.
Again, but even with the medical marijuana thing,
it's not legal.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. And
see, my whole thing is, and I don't give a rat's ass about her political stand or what she does for Russia. She broke the law.
Yeah.
She broke the law, and now she has to accept the consequences. And do I think that she made a mistake? No. I think she knowingly broke the law, thinking she could get away with it. And she got caught. Now, as far as 9 years, whether or not that's harsh or not. I think that we can't equate it to having marijuana on your person here in the United
Well, that's
States.
why I said, is it by our standards, is it harsh, or is it by their standards?
Right.
Harsh?
We have to find a law that can be broken in this state or in this country that would equate to what she did in Russia.
Second-degree manslaughter.
Let's say that she has, I don't know, 5 ounces of heroin in her bag, and that gets found. Now, we know that heroin is much more a harsh drug than marijuana when it comes to enforcing the law.
And highly addictive.
Right.
Yeah.
So if she came into this country with 5 ounces of heroin, yeah, she would probably get 9 years. She broke the law knowing it was a...
You mean here? She's not going to get 9 years for 5 ounces of heroin.
Well, whatever it would equate to as far as what equals what Russia did with what they found.
If you have 5 ounces of heroin here in the States, you're not going to jail.
Okay, let's say 50 ounces.
Well, I guess the other question I have.
Now
I guess the question I have is, does the WNBA do any kind of drug testing? I mean, is marijuana a legalized drug in the eyes of basketball? I don't know.
I think as long as you have a medical marijuana card, it probably is.
So, I mean, I can understand playing basketball where you could be in a lot of pain, with your legs, your arms, or whatever, because it's not, you're always running around.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Apparently, they don't care. But the other thing too is, you broke the law, so you're not a hero. You're, what I'm saying.
But the media is making her out to be a hero, and that's what kills me.
Yeah, she's not a hero because you did break the law.
I went to a different country. I broke the law. I come back. I'm a hero.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works.
No.
I think there are more people than we know that are coming out and saying that let her stay.
Oh, a lot of people.
Because
it's unbelievable on social media what they're saying.
And the funny thing is, it has nothing. Those decisions to say that, it has nothing to do with her having marijuana in Russia.
No,
it has all to do
breaking the law.
Well, two things.
Yeah,
breaking the law in Russia. Whether, and we've said this over and over again, the law is the law in whatever country you go to.
Right.
It's going to vary from country to country.
Yep.
We could collectively sit here and say, boy, that's 9 years for that. That is absolutely absurd, because that is what our culture is telling us.
Right.
And this is what we do here. Over there,
different culture.
It's totally different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning, Court.
Oh, that's Court. Yeah.
He says, how many other Americans are imprisoned in Russia for various crimes that never get any help from the U.S. government? Is Russia using this situation to get what they want? Absolutely. Yes.
Sure.
Well, there's that. And I got 2 words for you: election cycle.
I don't know if that's going to help or hurt. You're right.
Yeah.
Because you're going to see more things, during the 4-year term and during the midterms, and you will see on the off years. But
but you got to know that the politicians in this country, a lot of them are playing the Griner card.
Yeah,
a lot of them are. Yeah, I believe they're doing it's political. They're going to use it. That's why I'm saying by October she's out, so they look like a hero. They got her out.
So let me ask you this. Look at it this way. If you break a law in another country and it's completely different here, let's say it's it's decriminalized here, so nothing would happen.
Right.
Okay. If she was, again, well, she is in Russia, does the same thing, can she play the card of saying, well, it's not that way at home, so I didn't really realize?
No.
Exactly. Okay.
Well, it just goes to show you, in this country, if you're a celebrity, you get away with anything.
And even WNBA players are celebrities.
Yes, not only actors and actors, and football players, and even Pelosi's husband, who was arrested on a DWI charge with drug in his system, got off because he played this card that he has that he gets special privilege. got off. Celebrity status.
I hear he's going to move to Taiwan.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. But celebrity status in the country is a plus. It's like being a friggin' politician.
Yeah.
You get away with it. If
O.J.
you're just an everyday Joe and you're caught, you're going to pay the price. That's just the way it is in this country. And everybody thinks that celebrities, that their opinion is what we should be listening to. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Jesus, Chris, Paul's fired up.
He is. He's on fire.
You want to talk WNBA, man? He's all down for the ground.
Yeah.
So you think that Brittany Griner will be home
I do.
by October?
I do.
So what about you folks out in social media land? How long before do you think that Brittany Griner comes home? What about you?
I think she shouldn't be back here for the next 9 years.
Okay.
I think she broke the law after her sentence is done. Yeah, then we can work on getting her back to the United States.
Well, she'll be free to go, after
Right.
9 years. But I think it'll be next year.
Yeah, should be home.
Because I think Russia's going to play hardball even more so as tensions continue to rise.
Mm-hmm.
But
especially with Ukraine in the mix.
But there is communication still between both countries as far as this whole thing that's going on now. They're not. It's there. Still diplomatic relations going on.
So Victoria says, I don't think that people are believing she is a hero, because you had said
they gave her 42 seconds of silence.
Yeah.
That's like lowering the flag to half mast.
They don't even give that to Jackie Robinson, for crying out loud, who was, the first black baseball player in Major League history and had a storied career. And the most they do for him is they wear the number 42 on Jackie Robinson Day. Why not have 42? But weird, same number. But I mean, why not have 42, seconds of silence,
Yeah, because see, they're not looking at what she did. They're just looking at
what she does, playing basketball.
Right.
If there were no tensions between Russia and the United States right now, do you think this would even be an issue?
Well, I don't know whether they would have. You kind of wonder why they checked the bag. I mean, she's gone through security before, and if she uses this as marijuana, how come you think that she might have taken it over before?
Oh, I think she just got caught.
She just got caught.
She got caught.
Yeah. This time they checked her bag.
And she's like,
and I think,
crap.
Okay, but keep in mind, this was the tensions between the U.S. and the Russia was going on. So
you said the Russia.
Well, whatever.
Like 3 times now.
The Russia.
So they said she's an American, so let's check her bags because of the tensions that's going on. They checked their bags. Bingo, they found it. She got away with it before. She probably did it before.
Oh, I guarantee you she did it before.
Yeah, because she can't, she didn't just go on medical marijuana. She's been on it for a while. So
here, comment on this, gentleman. Court says justice is supposed to be blind.
Yeah, sure. Tell that to OJ.
OJ did a few things.
Yeah.
But let's say OJ didn't. Let's say the whole thing with OJ and Nicole Brown Simpson wasn't a thing or whatever. He still got stupid at a trading card show and pulled a gun because he wanted his stuff back.
Yeah.
That he said was his. So
no.
Let's see here. Victoria says, I just think a lot of people aren't falling for the narrative this time. And by the way, we aren't supposed to say marijuana. It's racist. We're supposed to call it cannabis.
Whatever.
Marijuana is racist. Okay. Somebody's been drinking the Kool-Aid.
Victoria, she woke up this morning. So no.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess the people in the sports world today are that younger generation. Let's face it, they're all under 40.
Because Brittany Griner's 31.
Yeah, so they're all at young age. They don't think of how other people feel, especially when it comes to patriotism with the United States, because they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, that is the big reason why people are against her, is because of that.
What, Chris? I thought you were gonna say something. No,
No.
My big thing is with her personally, and this is not political. It's not has nothing to do with her having marijuana in a bag. I think you guys may say the same thing. I grew up that when the national anthem was played, you stood up.
Right.
In third grade, there was a kid named Kenny that was in my class that refused to stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. And the teacher asked, or first said, you need to stand up. And as a third grader, he looked at the teacher and said, no, I won't.
Yeah.
And he stated this young boy stated his case, saying, my parents said this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the whole reason for this whole flag thing all comes down to the social justice thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're all, demonstrating the social justice. And for 2 years, we all know that whenever the games were going on in the flag, all sports, they would kneel. So now they got away from the kneeling and they actually leave. They don't stay on the court.
They don't come out until after.
They don't stand on the courts anymore. They leave while the stadium plays the Star Spangled Banner. Everybody in this thing stands up, and then they walk back.
Does everybody stand up?
Not everybody. There are a few that will sit
in the crowd. You're talking
in the crowd,
about.
yeah. I mean, there's freaking old people that can just about walk will actually stand up but there's young people.
Was that just our culture though? Was that just our generation? Is this a generational thing?
That's what I'm saying. They're all demonstrating the social injustices that happen, and I can understand that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against that, but if it wasn't for the people who stood up in this country, there wouldn't be any social justice. You'd be under some kind of strict communist law that, you wouldn't have the freedoms that you have. And I think that's what a lot of them don't understand.
Yeah. Well, I think there's also a dichotomy between being patriotic and standing up for your country and recognizing the First Amendment constitutional right to express your opinion. I don't stand up because I'm expressing my opinion. Well, the guy standing next to me says, you got to stand up because you're American. Well, no. First Amendment says I don't have to stand up.
Right.
So I think that's where the clash comes, is there's two definite polar opposites to this argument, but they're both, the right thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Paul?
Yeah, that is true. I kind of agree.
So there's a lot of argument that we could make on both sides.
Right.
Yeah.
So what is right? What is wrong? Yeah. We don't know. I think this is one of those things that it's generational. You're going to believe, or feel passionate about, what you grew up being taught, that you kind of latched onto. Everybody latches on, or, holds something closer than something else.
Yeah.
Right.
But a lot of them that are playing sports are very lucky because they got free college, right? Because a lot of them have gotten through college on a scholarship, where our kids or kids that we know had to pay the $20,000 or $30,000, $40,000 a year to go to college. They get that privilege to go to college to play a sport, which is good. Then they get into the professional thing and they think that we owe them. And we don't. They were very fortunate to do what they did.
Well,
there it comes.
Let's look at somebody like Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods spent 15 years of his life working to be the best.
Oh, I agree.
So should the college give him a free ride because he is one of the best golfers in the country? Yeah, probably.
Based on what? That they can sell merchandise and advertising to turn over a profit?
Exactly. It has nothing to do with being nice to the kid. they're looking at cost benefit. If I give this kid a free ride through 4 years of college, is he going to put asses in the seats at the stadium?
So what's that got to do about the crime?
What crime?
No, I'm talking about like Brittany Griner or something like that. You know,
I think it's a completely different issue.
Yeah.
Did Brittany Griner get the
book thrown at her? Yeah.
Well, no. Did she get a free ride in college?
Well,
probably, because she dedicated 13 to 15 years of her life practicing every day to become one of the best basketball players in the country.
She was actually, the NBA was actually interested in her.
Right.
She's like 6'4"?
She's taller than that.
But,
okay.
Yeah.
Did she knowingly break the law in Russia? Yes.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Those 13 to 15 years that you practice to be the best in your sport,
based on what we know, I agree,
have absolutely nothing to do with her being a stupid idiot and and breaking the law in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
What if it was a woman basketball player who didn't play in the Olympics, didn't have the celebrity status that she does, just a regular kid that went through college, played basketball, got into the professional sports league, and got arrested? What would happen then?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
What would happen then? Just a common everyday woman who did her job but made a mistake. You think they would do the same thing?
Now, same thing. Take out Brittany Griner and insert Larry Bird or Michael Jordan. If they went to Russia and knowingly had pot in their bag,
they'd be home.
Would they be home right away? Probably, because they have the money where they can pay off the Russian government. But
and they need money these days.
Would they be convicted of a crime? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't be, because they're no different than anybody else. Everybody seems to think that, if it was LeBron James, he'd be home tomorrow. I don't know.
No, it comes down to intent. Did they intend to break the law?
I would think that if it was LeBron James, they would hold him big time.
Yeah,
because he's a bigger prisoner than Brittany Griner.
He'd be 30 years banging rocks.
Oh, yeah, he'd be 30. That's right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but if it was regular Joe Schmo, that say played on a Final Four team,
sure,
didn't go to the NBA, whatever.
Yeah.
They'd be saying, you know what, have a good time with Sergey.
Yeah.
That's it. Because
right,
you wouldn't even heard of this story. It wouldn't have never made the media.
That's what I mean. It's because she was in
that is it right there.
It's not sensational enough.
It wouldn't have made the media. Nothing, none of it. But because Brittany Griner is a WNBA star,
correct,
in that arena,
Olympic star.
Right, an Olympic star, right. So now all of a sudden people are like, oh, well, we can't have that.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's un-American. Well, she created this on her own by
So if it's un-American, that means that breaking the law is American. We're okay to break the law.
Stan says she should stay there long enough to write the national anthem down 1,000 times.
In cursive, because she doesn't know cursive.
Send her an MP3 player. And the only song on it is the national anthem.
Yeah,
make her stand up every time she plays it.
I wonder if she's standing for the Russian anthem.
Well, with the AK-47,
she may have
her
to.
Head, probably
may have to. Yeah, she may have to. We don't know.
Stan does say too, there's other people in jail in Russia with no name recognition, which is kind of what we're talking about too, as well.
And Iran and Iraq, and
everywhere,
Dubai, and
there are people here from other countries with no name recognition.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. Flip it over,
Celebrity. Geez, are we celebrities because we work for SNN Radio?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, what would they do for us? I could say, hey,
you would have gotten 12 years. Well, number one, I would have said put on the extra 3 because you didn't even know how to say the name of the station because you goes SNS Radio.
Well,
SNS.
I was just shorting it.
3 more for you too.
I was just shorting it up a little bit.
I'm going to prison.
You can't shorten it up.
I'm going to use SN squared.
You can't sit here and say, what, I live here in the United States of America.
What is SN squared?
It's not America. It's America.
What's SN squared?
SNSN.
Right. So SN squared.
Snin.
You're having an SN good time. SNU. Chris is looking at it. His stomach must be rumbling. So he's looking at his phone.
Is it breakfast time? Is it breakfast time?
Oh,
Not
sorry.
quite.
Jeez.
I'd make him wait.
That's right.
Yeah, lock me away for 9 years.
You will have breakfast when I tell you you will have breakfast.
You looked at your phone. No breakfast for you.
Sergey hit him in the ribs.
Yep.
I don't know,
Well-
I've used that name twice
I
now.
don't know.
Sergey.
I think you're being racist.
Oh, shut up. Oh, jeez. Oh,
I woke up this morning.
I think there are a lot of very valuable points when it comes to socialism, that people make, being a Democrat, Republican, whatever. And I think there's some very valid points when it comes to when some people say there's racism involved. And I think there are a lot where it's just an excuse
Absolutely.
because now more people are playing the racism card more than ever. So
Again, it goes back to perspective. What you consider a racist comment or action isn't necessarily what I consider a racist action or comment.
what if she went to Lithuania?
Is it against the law?
Sure it is.
Then
It's
she
like,
should
I
be
don't know,
locked
but-
up.
Okay, but would she get 9 years?
Probably not. I don't know.
Whatever the law dictates in that country.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think no matter where she went, they'd be negotiating for her return.
Stan says, but who travels to Russia with any form of drugs? The rules in the states are very lax. Other countries do enforce their laws.
Exactly. And during political tensions, it's even more important not to be stupid and break the
Well,
law.
She knew and she heard the warning not to travel to Russia because of the tensions that were going on between the two countries.
Mhm.
She made the decision to go because she wanted to go play with her Russian friends because she plays for Russian
And there was
basketball.
money involved.
Yeah. So that's why she made the decision to go. You think she would have been a little more careful, but unfortunately she was not. So
Maybe she was just as careful as she always was.
that's very possible.
And maybe they were looking for it. Maybe she was a random search.
Could be. It very well could be.
Now, here's another question. When she gets back to this country, you think she's going to fire her agent?
and
I
her,
would.
and her attorney.
I would.
How do you think she's going to be received?
Oh, she's going
Oh,
to be a hero.
She's gonna be a hero.
She's going to be up on people's shoulders.
She's gonna be a hero coming
walking
back.
down Main Street in a
She's
parade.
going to be a hero to the sports world.
She's going to
but
throw out
not
the first pitch at
necessarily a
Dodger
hero
Stadium.
to the rest of the people. She will be a hero in the sports world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's yet to be seen, so we'll see what happens. But the bottom line is that she got 9 years in a Russian court of law with Russian law.
Right.
And really, that's the only law that has any jurisdiction of where she was
Mm-hmm.
or is.
Exactly.
Because, if a Russian citizen comes here and has the same amount or the same exact item that Brittany Griner had, they wouldn't even deport him.
No, they would just confiscate it and move on. Next customer, please.
Yeah.
I mean, there are. I don't know if there's a TV show on that shows a lot of the border patrols around the world, not necessarily Canada, United States, but they have them in other countries. If they make you fill out a form if you're bringing back any kind of food or any kind of stuff. If you lie on that form and say you don't have any, and they open up your bag,
I was just that's exactly where I was gonna go. Let's say somebody comes by, from Russia, they're traveling here, and they have a bottle of Russian vodka.
Mm-hmm.
They're not paying any tariffs or anything like that on it. What happens then?
It's smuggling.
Right. So do they chuck this person in jail? And
no, they find the hell out of them and take the bottle of vodka.
Go drink it in the back room.
I was saying that, I would take it too.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there are all kinds of things because they make you sign a paper. And it's funny if you watch it, I didn't see that. Well, it's from all over the world.
Read the paper.
A lot of people do that.
Exactly.
So.
All right, so we're gonna have to watch and see how this thing
We'll have to
unfolds.
see how it turns out, but my guess is we'll see her.
You keep saying October. Chris, any suggestion or any prediction?
I think it's going to be October of 2031.
No, ain't gonna happen.
I say next year. I say by the beginning of summer next year.
It'll happen before November because that's election cycle.
Yeah. But if it doesn't happen by then,
She'll be out. She's not going to spend 9 years.
Oh, no. But if it doesn't happen by election,
she'll be out.
I say next year. That's just, yeah. So anyway, we'll have to wait and see. We'll follow it because it'll be fun, you know. Be like, how many times does Pelosi get to go to Taiwan?
Well, how many clothes?
Not anymore now.
She's on a shopping spree.
Or because China's pissed.
Can we sneak some marijuana into her bag?
Can we make a swap?
Oh my God. How nice would that be? Yeah. Sorry,
we'll
Pelosi
keep
fans,
this guy if you keep her.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Send us your worst criminal.
You got to know Trump's calling Taiwan right now.
Trump? He's not president.
No, he wants Pelosi to stay over there. So here's what we're going to do.
All right, 9 o'clock straight up. Fridays, we always ended up at 9. So thank you very much for coming by today, guys. Bye. We will see you Monday morning once again here, same bat time, same bat channel. We will have Ryan Hargraves with us from Eagle Eye LLC. Yeah, and he will be talking about the drones and what people are not doing and they should because of the, fly a drone in Russia, folks. See what happens.
Yeah. There we go.
They're not bees, they're drones.
Huh?
They're not bees. Because that's what they call a male bee, a drone.
Yeah. So anyway,
Good to see you, though.
Have a good weekend, everyone. Be safe.
Bye. Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget and needs, and each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card.